and we agreed that Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, is from Louisville, and then couldn't come up with another one between us. But that certainly
That's
doesn't mean
enough.
it's
Yeah, that's
that's right.
they can
That's a rich boxing heritage all in and of itself.
yeah, they can hang their hat on that, I think.
Yeah.
Coming to you from my home studios in Greenville, South Carolina, this is Beer to Whiskey, and I am Russ Heaps. And today we're doing one of our It's Just Bourbon episodes. What we're going to be sipping is actually a rye, but it's close enough we're going to count it as a bourbon instead of throwing it in with whiskeys and tequilas and scotches, and all those sorts of things. I'm sitting here with my good buddy, Big John Richards. He's really our beer whisperer here at Beer to Whiskey. But I like drinking with him, and he's got a great palate and always finds stuff that I don't when we're sipping, and probably because he knows what he's doing. And I'm just here. I'm just sort of the comic relief here, and I don't do a great job at that, might I add. What we have today is a rye whiskey from Rabbit Hole Brewing in Louisville, or Rabbit Hole Distillery rather, in Louisville, Kentucky. And they, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, sort of renamed all of their products. And this one is now called Boxergrail. It's a Kentucky straight rye whiskey. And John looked up what in the world Boxergrail might mean, and what did you learn, John?
I'm going to say it's to commemorate the rich boxing heritage of Louisville, Kentucky. And we agreed that Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, is from Louisville, and then couldn't come up with another one between us. But that certainly
That's
doesn't
enough.
mean it's
Yeah,
right. That's a rich boxing heritage all in and of itself.
Yeah, they can hang their hat on that, I think.
Yeah.
I think. But anyway, this is a distillery. Why do I keep saying brewery? This is a distillery that has been around since about 2012. They've been actually selling some of their bourbons and things probably since 2014 or 2015. But it's right in downtown Louisville. It's right off Whiskey Row, which is that part of Main Street that has all the distilleries and great bourbon bars on it, and really good bourbon restaurants. And if you're ever in the Louisville area, that's well worth a visit. I do have some other information. Number one, this is 95 proof. It's been aged 3 years in American white oak barrels. Retail price is somewhere between $45 and $55. The mash bill is mostly rye with 5% malted barley. And that's about it. That's all we know. There's not a lot of times with bourbons you have these great backstories when somebody in 1873 did something and it was born, but that's not the case here. These guys are fairly new, but they're doing a great job. They make some really good bourbons, and in my opinion, this is a pretty good rye. Have you ever had this?
I don't think I have, Russ. We've talked about it several times, and I'm sure we didn't have it at the wine tasting, at the wine tasting. Yeah, so I think this is my first shot at this. So
okay,
so to speak.
So damn lucky.
That's a big nose. It should be.
Yeah.
We get a lot of like Granny Smith, like green apple out of that.
I would, now that you say that, I would agree with that. And I get that, and I get some spiciness, which is usually what you get
right
in a rye.
Yeah, I taste it's just that whole spice cabinet aroma.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of floral in there too. Sorry, I lost in the aroma of this thing.
I'm getting some butterscotch toffee on the back of my tongue. It's a little warm, but
It's big. It's not aggressively hot,
no.
but it's big. There's a lot of spice up front, and you're right. It takes a minute for that butterscotch to come back in on the backside. As I'm talking over it, I'm getting a little bit of dried fruit or candied fruit. And I want to say apples again and raisins maybe.
I'm getting something along the lines of raisins on the finish.
Yeah, I was trying to suss that out as it's that. I'm gonna drop a couple of drops of water in there, and I'll be interested to see what happens. The first couple things we had today talked about how that really putting the water in brought out the spice of those things, and I suspect it'll probably mellow this one down a little bit.
It is, it is big.
It's already knocked some of the perfumey edge off the nose, which it always does. Still getting that big apple character out of it. Oh yeah, it definitely opens up the sweetness on that. I am still pulling that fresh apple thing. I really dig it. It's one of the things I like. One of my favorite bourbons is Eagle Rare, and it has that fresh green apple thing that's so present in it. And I love that in a whiskey. I like that brightness in a whiskey. And this doesn't carry any of those real leathery, dirty, earthy notes at all. It's all
Nope.
It's all dried fruit, candied fruit, floral, and then the butterscotch and the toffee sort of mixed in there.
Now that I put water in it and having had 2 or 3 sips of it, I'm getting a lot more of the toffee and caramel.
Yeah. I think the water really helped the sweetness open up in this one.
At 95 proof, it's not crazy,
Yeah.
but it's starting to get up there a little bit,
Right.
which probably gives it a little more character.
Certainly. A lot more. I mean, there's more left in there, so there's probably more to suss out.
Right.
Yeah, that's sipping easy. Often I feel like I need something to balance a whiskey or a bourbon, or a bourbon is whiskey, but those aggressive flavors down a little, like either food with it or a cigar, or you want to drop a little bit of flavor in there. If it be just a little bit of water, you want to drop an ice cube in there, you want to splash a little of something else.
This is very
But
sippable.
this is really sippable just on its own. Like, I feel like this is summer day sippable. Like, you could sit out on the porch and just
right.
enjoy this.
And at the price, it's a good experimental for somebody who is toying with the idea, I think, of sipping a rye. I think this is the price point, that 45 to 55 bucks, is a little high to roll the dice on for some people, but I think it's a good gateway rye.
Yeah, into some of the stuff that can be 120 or 150
Yeah.
bucks a bottle. This holds up well
And
against it.
110 proof for
Right. Yeah.
having said all that.
I'm gonna say, off we go.
Text Miss Lily. See you next time.